And as this room fill up,
Spread it, run from it. Destiny arrives all the same.
be sure to hit that like button to share this content. Let that friend, that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. This included that good old ice wall, baby. Mama said that there will be days literally just like this. And come on and sing it with me. Victory is mine. Victory today is mine. Come on, baby. Yeah. Victory Monday. Come on, Cowboys. Second place in the NFC East. That's okay. The race is not to the swift. Come on, baby. Sharing is caring. Be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit that shared icon that's on your screen. Sharing is caring, baby. 5 and 4. And I've seen that they will have the presser for Schottenheimer, Hootenheimer, second place Heimer, prime timer. How y'all feeling? Are you happy, Cowboy Nation, on this Monday that you walk into that office boldly with grace and mercy? Yo. Let's get it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go, baby. Bam. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. What about a Law Nation's Grove? From my studios to yours, Toxic Tom, Tony A, Brenda, JV, V-Boy. Come on, boy. Yeah, Elijah, Daniel, M, Michael. Come on with it. Shout out to everybody for jumping in and tuning in to the nation. Regina, appreciate you. All right, so the Cowboys victorious. It's crazy to me how things look before the game. Before the game, Washington was favored, right? After the game, oh, man, it's just a Washington, man. They ain't nobody, man. They didn't have Tupac. They didn't have Biggie. They didn't even have Left Eye. You know what I'm saying? They was all gone, man. Oh, man, it's just a Washington team. Anybody can do that. You know, it pains me every year we go through this, and I get it. It's okay for us to beat up the boys, but when somebody else do it now, we be sitting here like, hold on now. You ain't part of the folds, right? So it's Victory Monday. Don't y'all notice that? You know, they try to take away anything and everything that we do. And they say, okay, Jaden Daniels, the 2-pick with the arm. He's better than Rain Dakota Prescott, you know. Just 1 year, you know. And I'm sitting here like, man, hey, pump the brakes a little bit. You know, we seen this storyline before with RG, 3. But now they moved the needle a little bit further. And they continue to spit upon us. All I want to know is when the NFC East Super Friends, so I can see us in the top row where we supposed to be. Yeah. Yeah. Now,
you got us the poets $5.
You're right. Let the AI speak on it,
All I want to
too.
know is when is NFC East Super Friends so I can see us in that top row where we supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. I'm tired of looking up now. And it's okay. It's okay. Because at the end of the day, I just want this team to continue to excel and improve. We still got a lot of homework to do. We still got a long way to go. And somebody in the chat let me know whenever the presser absolutely is on, so we can get things moving and grooving with that. And we heard some good news. 21-day window for Overshawn. Now, let me say this again. 21-day for Overshawn. Hold on, I got a call every time I go live. Hold on. Y'all bear with me, man. All right, I'm back, Cowboy Nation. That wasn't Jerry Jones this time. All right, so 21 day. I know it kills the show, man. But sometimes you got to take the call. You got to make sure that it ain't Jerry Jones in them. 21-day window for DeMarvion Overshawn. And when I first saw him, he looked like Jaden Daniels playing linebacker, right? Now he wide. That boy wide earth right there. Is that Overshawn? That joker done got, he been eating. That boy been eating over there, hasn't he? That boy leg and lower body extremities is getting wide. Pause if necessary. Girth in the legs now. I know there's a hard way to describe that, but DeMarvion Overshawn is expected to have his 21-day window open this week with the Monday Night Football at the Raiders following the bye week, targeting him to return. Dynamic playmaker should impact the second half of the Cowboys season. Now, he was at an event that we were at, just the you got us, you can say it, but I definitely that's man law violation 101. A man can't never call another man that he got that word there. And I think I probably had a violation on saying girth. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, a man must never compliment another man's lower body extremities. We can do some biceps here and there, but hey, don't go overboard, right? Rodriguez says, Law, you the man. Law Nation, what's good? My prediction was 38-27. Victory wasn't too far off. You ain't lying. You're very close. Yes, indeed. Yeah, and Los Altos says, big pause, Yeah, man. So, hey, Law. Oh, I forgot to check on my guy, Bad Dog. Boy, I forgot to check in on him. Y'all should told me yesterday. I forgot. I was so just happy about the dub, man, that we forgot to check in on Smooth. And y'all didn't tell me the damn interview was going on. Here you go.
Everything in perspective. The world didn't end when we lost to Carolina. You start a new week. And so we got the win. We played good. And, now we're on to Denver. They actually took my word for it. They actually wanted to come watch you guys work. Everybody wave to the crowds. There you go. I said it. They did it. Yeah, they did it. Yeah. They really want to be in here, but we don't have the room for them. So.
Clarence Hill, DLLS Cowboys. A couple of housekeeping things.
Oh, I love it. Let's do it.
Diggs. See, out of protocol, in protocol. What's the plan?
Yeah, he's still in protocol. Yeah, still in protocol. We did see him today. Jim and our doctors did see him today, and they sent him home. So he's still in protocol.
Two other things. Demo put T-21 on his Twitter account. Is he announcing something for us here?
Yeah, the plan is good news. I'll start with,
we're going
to be bringing Mingo active. BB will open his window. Expect him to be out there Wednesday. Revel going to open his window, and then number 0 will be out there running around on Wednesday. So again, don't predict they're all playing. But again, we're excited to get those guys back, and they've worked so hard, man. I'm really, both Demo and Vaughn and really all the guys have worked so hard to get back that I'm excited to get them out there. But we'll be smart and we'll ramp them up and see how they do.
I'm sure you've been in personnel meetings. what you guys did yesterday to return these guys make you more inclined or less inclined to do something before the trade deadline to help this team out?
Come on, man.
We'll always look at everything. You know,
Come on, Clarence.
I
You know
think
he ain't gonna
Jerry
tell you
and
that.
Steven and Will. I mean, they're always open for business, and you know, this time of year you kind of let those guys focus on it because we're so busy game planning and all that stuff. But I am very pleased with the way our guys played yesterday, and not pleased with the
penalties,
consistency that we performed with, but. I really feel like, it was a very good game. I said last night, and I'll say
Dorrance
it again, there were things we need to
Armstrong out for
clean
the
up. I
season,
think
by the way.
offensively, our pass protection was not the standard.
following the
Dak
Washington
took too many
team like
hits
that.
last night for different reasons and different breakdowns and all of that. Defensively, we have to make people kick field goals in the red zone. You have to do that. I mean, the league is a high-scoring league right now, and we have to do that. And it starts with us stopping the run in the red zone and then getting off the field on third down. And really on special teams, the thing we kind of talked about was, we have to let Terp get loose, and it's a lot easier than just saying, "Hey, Terp, go do it." You got to sustain blocks and do things like that. And that goes back to my message to them about fundamentals.
Fond and
Brian
mental.
Talbot with
Fundamentally,
ESPN.
very
The
fond.
defensive changes that were in place yesterday, is that something continues to go forward, or is that did you view that
Shades
as a
make me
week
look
to
cool,
week?
don't I? Look cool with
Yeah,
those
each
on,
week's
though.
different. Hey, let's be honest. We played good defense yesterday. They had a few guys out. I don't feel bad for them. We've had a lot of guys out, but we're not sitting here saying, "Hey, we're ready." I mean, we're it. We're not saying we're it right now in any phase. But we're going to keep working hard, and we put together a great plan. The guys executed that plan. The guys practiced well. It showed up throughout the week, and man, the communication, I just can't say enough about that, Todd. I mean, just the way our guys communicated, and with some different pieces in there. Marquise Bell did a really good job. I was really proud of him. Shamar James, K9 was awesome. I mean, it's so good to see him kind of take control, and that was great. And
Kenny
then,
Murray, man.
Donovan Ezeraku, I mean, I just think he's a rising star.
John Michaud. Oh, yeah.
By the way, Todd's the only one that says hi. You guys ever notice that? He says hi. Todd Art. No, it's too late. Thank you. I appreciate
Don't
that.
do my guy Clarence
You know,
like that.
he says hi. You don't have to say hi.
John Machoda, come on, let John go. Let John go.
You mentioned Kenneth Murray, and he was just talking a little while ago about getting the defense together. The guys together are kind of on their own last week, and going over the calls and putting in that extra time to make sure everybody was on the same page. When you hear that as a coach, what do you think?
Yeah, I actually I just heard that in my prep for you guys. It gets me jacked, man. It gets me excited. When we went out and got K9, one of the things we loved about him was the leadership and the passion for how he plays the game. I was not aware of that.
Yeah, he is
but
a crown
you saw
royal
a defense
guy.
that was connected. That was kind of his word, and I could not
Trying to
agree
get
with
him
it
the
more.
hand,
I mean,
man.
the play style, running the football, the passion. I gave some love to the two young guns, Shamar and Easy, on their first sacks for both of them. The passion and the juice that they bring is amazing. And I will say this, man, I just we thrive on juice and energy as a coaching staff, as a football team, and I can't say enough about the fans, man. And that environment was awesome. They matched our intensity that we love to play with, and our guys fed off of it. And
True King.
True 3 King $5. You spoke about the strength of our defensive backs the other day, which is man-to-man, and they finally made the change. Thank y'all football gods.
Here's what I'm going to say about this. Don't take it lightly, y'all. Don't think it's strange. We throw enough rocks at this glass house, they're gonna come outside and say, man, who throwing them damn rocks and why? We threw enough rocks and said, hey, this team need to get more man-to-man defense. It's the ripple effect or the butterfly effect, all of the effects. So your voice do matter. Shout out to my guy, Boss Cowboy Sports. So you guys, I'm telling you, they listen to these shows. I've been pulled to the side numerous times. I've been called several times about certain things. And that was very good of you guys. Continue to see what is necessary. Yeah. Your voice do matter. Don't think it don't. Don't think it don't.
it was really cool to see.
And then for you as an offensive play caller, you obviously had an idea of what the offense could be when you made the move for George Pickens. But like a game like yesterday, when you're calling that offense and you have George and CD and Turpin and Ferguson and Javonte, like just what is that like?
Fun. I mean, it really is. It's fun because you can call plays and you like. One of my favorite plays was a little check down. We were actually hot. We got beat inside on something, and Dak dumped it off the turf out there in this little swing pass, and he spins out of it and goes for 15 yards. You just see the speed and explosiveness. The throw in 2 minutes from Dak to GP was incredible on their sidelines, which kind of got the 2 minute drive at the end of the half jump started. 88 is really good at football. I mean, we should keep him. He's really good, and. But again, what I enjoy is watching these guys play the game the right way with passion, having fun. I challenged them. I did in a serious way. I said, look, I don't personally have an ESPY, but the Seattle Seahawks, when I was a coordinator, had an ESPY for the best celebrations. So, but to watch these guys have fun and celebrate with each other, man, like that as a coach, that's what makes you fulfilled, because you see them playing the game together and loving it. When the love for your brother is more important than the love for your own stats, that's what gets you excited.
Real quick on that, thinking of celebrations, Jake gave you that ball, and then you gave it to Dez. Did you ever get it back?
Dez did catch it. He did. I had no idea. Literally, it's one of those deals where you like blacked out. Like, he gave me the ball and the emotion of it all. I don't even know why I did it, but I did. And then Dak said to me, I think I told you guys this, Dak said to me, he goes, you threw that ball to Dez Bryant. I said, no, I threw it in the stands. Obviously, my arm's not as strong as it once was because I couldn't even get it into the stands. But we say we're getting it back. Now, I saw Dez after the game. I didn't get it back. So, Dez, I'd like to have it back. Fergie gave it to me, out of love. So,
JD from DC, $9.99. I can put the D back in my name. Pause.
Man, big
JD
pause,
from
man.
DC is back.
Major pause, man. All right, so you back, bro. Hey. Tell you like you tell the lady, keep the D in, bro. But like I said, all voice do matter. Show me. Yeah, shout out to his new name, Boss Cowboys Sports. But when we say these things, it's because we get the movement of the needle in so many ways, man. And it's because of you all, right? And that's why we are making impactful changes, impactful thoughts, and these sorts of things. Kudos and credence to the selective channels that we operate. We did 17 million views this month alone. And in the last 90 days, 47 million views. Let me repeat, 47 million views. So I appreciate each and every last one of you all, even though the subscriber count may not reflect. I would love to have a million subscribers. At least we do know that people are watching. So keep the engagement up. Continue to hit that like button, share this content, and bouncing ideas all across the table. We've been approached with so many brands and so many things that is overextending myself. Hopefully, when somebody throw a big enough bag, we will get to the point of hiring folks, right? So that's where we're heading to. But I appreciate you guys. It wouldn't be possible without you all.
But it's one of those deals where you get caught up in the emotion of the game, man. And I was like, I did. And they're like, yeah. I was like, okay, take your word for it.
Nick Harris, 4-Star Telegram. With Revel, I'm sure it's been an interesting process for him, frustrating at times. How have you seen him be able to kind of embrace this process and be ready for when his name is called?
Yeah, it is a challenge, Nick. It really is. And, there's a lot of emotions that go through it. I mean, these guys lay in their beds at night and they think about, man, when's it going to happen and all those things. And, there's tears and there's fears and there's all kinds of things like that. But you've just seen it over the last couple of weeks working with Britt. You've seen the confidence in the change of direction and the thing that he's doing, which now makes us very comfortable opening his window and letting him go out there and play football, which he loves to do. And again, it'll be mostly scout team stuff probably this week, and let him run around and chase CD and George and those guys around and see how he does. And he's going to make mistakes, but I'm pretty sure that he's really, really good at football too. So, but again, like I said, I can't. Even as a coach, you don't understand what these guys have to go through when you're injured and you have to come back from the injury and all those things, and the mental toughness that it takes to overcome those things. And just proud of them.
As a coach and evaluator too, how excited are you to see what his on-field product will look like for the first time? He was playing really well before the injury. You guys got him in the third round. Just what's kind of the excitement around that?
Yeah, again, I think the size and the athleticism jumped off the film in college. I think that, again, he has the traits that we love in corners. They have length, they have competitive spirit, things like that. They've got change of direction, the ability to play man-to-man. Again, I'm not going to put, I don't want to go too far over the top in my praise for Von because it's going to be a little bit of a process. But I'm excited to get him out there on the grass, running around and chasing around some pretty good receivers.
Hey. Dave Loffenberg, 105.3 The Fan, Cowboys Radio Network. You guys had scored 16 points in the first 6 games in the first quarter. You had 17 yesterday. Was that a point of emphasis throughout the week and continuing? I mean, you got it going early.
Yeah, well, we actually, one of the reasons why, we talk about having a strategy and a plan, and one of the reasons we actually received was, well, number one, we felt good about the plan, but we also wanted to be able to control the decision with the sun. That's something we've always talked about. That's what the satellite imaging told us to do. But again, I think, there's a confidence in our offense and what we can do, and George, I think, leads the league right now in yards gained because of pass interference penalties, and people still continue to play him one-on-one, and we still continue to throw the ball up to him. And so usually good things are going to happen. But I think, it's got a lot to do with the execution and the players, and we hit the openers, and they kind of know them. But, each week's different, and it's going to be a hell of a challenge. I'm just getting into my beginning prep for Denver, but wow, what a great defense, and the job Vance Joseph's done with that crew over the last couple of years is really impressive.
Garrett Podell, CBS Sports. Hey, Brian, with DeMar being overshown, this is the second.
That's proud.
It really is.
That's awesome.
Hey, give him a question. Give him an extra question.
Clarence waits for the walk-off for him to say hi.
This is the second time you've seen DeMar being overshown, work his way back, one of these knee injuries. What difference or what have you seen from him this time around?
I think just how much he's been around Flus and how he sits right in the front of the meetings. As I've been sitting in the meetings, he sits right in front, and he's got sunglasses on, which is kind of cool. I can't pull that off. I'd try, but he's sitting up front. He's intent, like you hear him wanting to answer all the questions when they're asking other guys. You see him kind of mouthing the answer. I just think it's the understanding of, he knows the physical part's going to take care of itself, but mentally and understanding the system and the calls and close left and rock logs and all the different things that we do and the checks we have to make versus certain formations, man, he's all into that. So I think as you mature as a player, you understand that it's not just the movement skills and the ability to tackle and run guys down. It's the mental side of it. It's a chess match. And I think as he's gotten older and wiser, I think he's really attacking the playbook.
Speaking of defensive meetings, Jerry Jones credited you for being in the defensive meeting room a lot for how the defense played on Sunday. Do you plan on being a regular participant in those meetings going forward, or was last week your involvement just kind of a one-off?
No, and again, I appreciate Jerry saying that. I mean, I went in there in support of those guys and wanting to ask questions and share my insight in how I would attack them. I will continue to do that. I think it's part of my job as the head coach, and I was in there today. I'm not just going to go in there, when times are tough. I'm going to go in there when we come off a good game. And but look, that defense, those players, Matt, his staff, they deserve the credit, not me.
Joe.
Joe Hoyt, Dallas Morning News. Brian, you kind of alluded to the DPIs for George Pickens so far. Do you, as a coach, I know he's an expanded route tree here, but do you kind of coordinate and say, hey, we're going to have him on a vertical and that'll be our fail-safe, because if they give us man coverage, usually it ends up being pretty good?
Take me through there. Take me through there. Shoot. Trebor.
Trebor Jackson, $20. This is actual and factual. Shout out to Shotty for sitting in with the defense to extend support and help DC. Thanks Law for creating great content and a place for the team to hear the fans' comments and concerns. Go Cowboys.
Always, man. And I really appreciate you, man, for the major support, actual, factual. And and keep in mind when you call in today, man, we'll be waiting to hear your actual and factual points.
I wouldn't say that's the only thing we do, because I will say, and I said it last week, I think moving them around has paid big dividends for us. We had a big third down conversion in the game where you saw us. We started kind of in a formation in the boundary where we had 3 guys on the boundary, motioned him over across to try to get the matchup that we wanted, and he had a huge conversion on third down in the red zone leading to the Ferguson touchdown, and not the 2-minute, but in the second half. We just know that we've got some guys, if you do want to isolate them one-on-one, CeeDee's pretty damn good too on go balls and 50-50 balls, and you have Turp running down the middle. And so I really think the answer to the question is we're comfortable that we can hurt people when we play well and we execute and we block and run and all those things, that we match up well versus most people.
Obviously playing at elevation, Brandon Aubrey's, we've almost been waiting for the record almost to happen. Do you expand his zone a little bit now that you're in elevation this week?
Let's see how he practices. I mean, I don't know. The guy might not be very good. I don't know. I mean, I think he's probably pretty good. And, look, like I said, I showed to the team today the 61-yard field goal. And what amazes me, and I'm not a kicking expert, what amazes me is the ease of just the way the operation goes. And I also said this, and he.
Don't y'all try to go get my guy's name, man. Actual factual should be a cold-blooded YouTube name. Believe it or not, that should be a cold-blooded name, man. R. Williams. That name right there, actual factual, is a conundrum, or what you call that? Double entendre, right? Because you can say actual, factual, factual, actual. It's a loop. It can be either way. Factual, actual, actual, factual. It's a loop. Yeah. Like this too shall pass. It continue to go, right? So factual, actual, actual, factual. That's a dope name. Shoot. I need to have a segment. The actual, factual segment. For real. Facts over feelings.
Backed me up on it. It's not just him, it's why we went out and re-signed Trent and Banger, but the protection unit. I mean, you look at block kicks in this league right now are the craze in the National Football League. You see more people attacking A-gaps and big bodies, and they're tipping balls, and none of that stuff happens without solid protection and solid timing and things like that. So it really is a team deal, and altitude might make it a little interesting though.
Conjunction function, function conjunction.
Mingo said he's excited to play because he's down to play with Dak.
Victory Monday! And the right, Johnny, put that in the chat.
This game, and obviously you got now Mingo here, a more stacked receiver.
Yeah, again, I think last week was a great step for him. I really do. I think he practiced well. It was very close. We almost, did it last week, but we felt like, give him these next couple of days. And just, again, the consistency of it. We're a very deep receiver room, and we're getting deep. And so he's got to show the ability to go in and make plays and get that timing down with Dak. And there's also a special teams element to it. One guy I'm going to continue to rave about is Ryan Flournoy. I mean, Ryan Flournoy right now is playing well for us on offense, but he's excellent on special teams.
Yeah.
Another guy to talk about, Brevin Spahn Ford. I think he leads the team in
I thought it was
tackles
Span the
on
whole
special
time.
teams. So I told Flus, you got all these offensive guys making plays. Maybe we go with 25 or 26 on offense this week. But Jonathan had a good week of practice last week. He needs to do that.
Appreciate you, Wilkinson. Not to be confused with Christian, but thank you for the Cash App. We really appreciate you for that over here. Appreciate you.
That again this week, and the timing and stuff will come with that.
And the NBA season gets going tomorrow. I know you're a sports historian there. Who's the greatest basketball player of all time?
Kobe.
Michael Jordan.
Oh, yeah, Michael Jordan. Yeah.
You know ball.
Yeah.
You know ball.
Yeah.
You know ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know ball.
That was my guy.
Correct answer.
And not the guy. I don't really know Michael, but that was my guy. Like the posters on the wall. Yeah, you had them all.
Who's the greatest NBA player of all
Wow,
time?
good. That was it.
Peter.
Good?
Oh,
Did you just call me Peter Ducey?
Damn!
Mike Ducey.
hey, he's out. Hey, he's out. Hey, I get it. He's called me Ryan
The
before.
more famous Ducey.
Yeah, yeah.
There's more than one.
Mike Ducey, Fox.
Hi, Mike.
I got Kobe over Magic. Magic was nice, though.
About the up and down nature of this season. You're clearly a pretty
Magic
emotional
was
guy.
nice.
How did you learn to harness that and not get too caught up in one end or the other of this thing?
You know, I think I just trust the process. You know, I really do. I think I've learned that along the way. I think,
Kareem.
you know, I am an emotional guy. I have a temper. I've got a few people that keep me grounded. I'd be lying if I said before I walk into a team meeting or two, I've got a guy or two that's like, "Are you good?"
You good?
I'm good. But really, you just trust
like
the
that
process.
I'm glad he
you know,
said he
and
got a temper.
If you don't believe in the process, then what I'm selling to the players is not real, and I do. And again, I think that at the end of the day, you know, we're going to be judged in whatever it is, you know, 3 months from now, how we're doing. I see our team getting better. I really do. I saw a big step forward for us yesterday as a football team. I'm so proud of our ability to protect the football right now. We're 4 games in a row, knock on wood, of not, you know, giving it up. Called a goose egg, and then we've taken it away. We went from, actually I said it in the presser probably week 2 or 3, we were -5 at one point. We're back to even in the giveaway takeaway ratio. That's a huge part of it. And so, like, if I would have let that change the fact that oh man, we turned it over 4 times against Chicago, I think. You know,
Yeah, 4
and
times
it's like,
against Chi-Town.
no takeaways for a while. Like, you just keep trusting the process, and you keep working, and you keep teaching and emphasizing, and then you go out and you throw good practices, and at the end of the day, those things pay off for you.
You mentioned the sun at the stadium. If it were up to you, would you push the button and close the curtains?
It's majestic.
Nicole, did you have something? No.
You ain't touching that, man. Jerry, I'm not saying this because I want him to go or anything. But in the words of Toxic Tom, when Jerry go on his dirt nap and they close them curtains, we be like, yeah, yeah. We know how stubborn this guy is. And I'm not beating up Jerry Jones. We all love Jerry Jones, right?
Nick?
These 2-minute drives, what's been working so well to score in those final 2 minutes?
Crazy. It popped in my brain, and I always speak with what Javonte Williams runs, man. I mean, like, literally, you go back to the Jets, pop the run. You know, go back yesterday. You know, pops a big run. You know, really well blocked. Safety gets boxed out. He makes the guy miss. But again, the confidence in, you know, the big plays. We can generate big plays in a hurry. It doesn't take us very long sometimes to go down the field because of our talent. It's way more of that than my play calls, I can promise you that. But, I mean, you just look at the situation, you know, the touchdown to Ferg. Like, that's a situation that we talk about, and it's 1 word, well, 3 words. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 3 words, to Dak, and he knows exactly what I'm thinking. So I don't have to tell him, hey, call the play and say a big, long explanation of what it is. I say those 3 words, and I'm not going to say the words, but those 3 words, and then you know, he can go out and execute freely.
When Dak was sacked yesterday, was there a thought to just let it run out, or always taking that time out right there and trying to take the shot?
We're always going to stay aggressive. If we have, you know, time and downs, I believe in this group, and
listen properly.
Always will. Always have. Always will.
Scott.
Scott Dixon with the AP.
Man,
Why do you think
just
CD and George are meshing so well? And I feel like that's both on the field and off the field question.
Yeah, I think there's, number one, respect for one another. I think CD's at that stage of his career where he was ready for someone like George to step in and almost want to, have such a close relationship and feed off of one another. I think CD realizes over the past couple of years how many people have really targeted him in terms of double teams, rolling coverage, things like that. That was real. As the offensive coordinator and play caller, that was very, very real. And so I think that, he was all about adding a guy of GP's talent. And then I just think, from a personality standpoint, they're both really playful. I mean, they're both very playful. They both love football. They both love to have a good time and on the field. And I just think that it was perfect timing.
Is there a playful story you can share?
The best one I have, and I've shared it with you guys, so you probably won't like it, but during OTAs, it was our first red zone period, and CD was on the left, and George was in the slot, and Dak hit George on a little skinny post down in the red zone, and CD was running just a quick out on the left, and he saw George catch it, and he literally was looking up to the heavens and saying, "Thank you," because of the way the safety had to tilt. The safety was moving to CD, which is what opened up the isolation and the look for George.
Job.
Kenny Clark, I know he came back, but did he do the MRI or anything today?
Yeah, I think he's going to be good. Yeah, I think he's going to be good. He's tough as
hit
nails.
That funny bone.
I thought he did a really good job
funny bone on his
affecting the
elbow.
quarterback from a pass rush standpoint too. The push that he and Osa got in the middle was good to see.
Is that it?
That it?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right. Appreciate y'all, man. For the sake of this video here, what we're going to do is, because it's relatively long, and so we can be on the right page with everything, what I'm going to do here is we're going to shut this stream down, and we're going to start up another one, okay? We're going to shut this one down, start up another one, and y'all hold those seats. Be prepared to be entertained in about 5 to 6 minutes, okay? Appreciate y'all. Nothing funny about that bone. And y'all know you hit the funny bone on your elbow, the funny bone, Has that ever happened? You hit that damn bone on your elbow, you be like, God, dog, I can't even move it. Oh, and just to respond to my guy, Jay Thompson, he says, whoa, Law, Kobe slipped out real fast. It did. It slipped out real fast because I'm old enough to remember Kobe Bryant winning a championship without Shaq, and people said that he wouldn't be able to do it, and he won it with Paul Gasol. And no fade at him or shade at him, right? But I have never seen Michael Jeffrey Jordan win it without Pippen. And I would like to see if he had that opportunity. But you can only close your eyes and imagine. If Kobe stayed with Shaq and Shaq stayed with Kobe, they probably would have won 7 to maybe 8 championship rings if they were to stay together, right? So let's just be real with that. But neither here nor there. I do like LeBron James' physicality, but I can't stand LeBron James in the same breath. And that's a whole nother conversation. But we're gonna have basketball talk another day. And by the way, if Magic never got hit up with the CIA and all of those Illuminati people, and if he paid his Illuminati dues, then Magic probably could have had him another one. You know what I'm saying? But neither. No doubt, man. I'll be right back, man. We'll be right back.